Cops are supposed to be here to protect us, but what happens when criminals pretend to be the cops to abuse their power? In this video, we'll cover 3 examples of this, starting with Jackson Jones, who was pulled over after cops received reports of a strange police officer aggressively questioning random people around town.
Do you have any weapons in the car or anything like that? Like a gun or anything like that?
I don't even have a gun.
Okay.
I'm 19 years old. If this is going to cause problems, the truck's over there, I'm just going to take off the vest, and I'm from Tennessee. So,
why are you wearing the vest?
Well, like I said, I drove from all the way from Tennessee.
Jones says he's from Tennessee, over 500 kilometers away from where he was pulled over in Oklahoma. So it's strange that he's still got on all his police gear, especially given he's off duty, and the cops think so too.
Why do you wear a vest outside of the facility? Is this an agency vehicle, or is this your personal vehicle?
This is my Kia.
It's just a little odd, because whenever I worked in the jail, I took my crap off, especially if I was taking a long drive from Tennessee. You got any kind of employment identification?
Dude, they don't give me that when you work at the jail.
Really? You don't have like an access card or an ID badge or anything for the facility that you work at?
I don't.
When Jones fails to produce any form of certification that proves he works in law enforcement, the cops start to get extremely suspicious. Not only was he wearing a police uniform, but he was also pulling civilians over and aggressively questioning them.
Jesus Christ.
The cops know something is up with this guy. They just need to figure out what he's doing and, more importantly, why.
And you don't have a gun with you or anything like that?
What's wrong with this guy?
You can search the car.
You don't mind if I search the car?
I don't think it's
Okay, cool. Step on out if you don't mind. Face the vehicle, I'll just check you to make sure you don't have any guns or nothing.
As Jones steps out of the car, we can see that he is in full police uniform, complete with handcuffs. Even if Jones was a jail worker in Tennessee as he claims, he doesn't have jurisdiction to arrest people in public. All the signs point to something being seriously wrong here. So, given he's been granted permission by Jones, the officer decides to conduct a full search of the vehicle.
We'll just check everything out. If everything's good, then we'll go on.
Chad, what is that t-shirt? What does that say? It's like a
One
American flag.
Bottle, one partially missing bottle, and then 2 more to go, and it was a pack of 6. Just all kinds of red flags, man. I would not drive from Tennessee with a vest carry on.
No.
Or even a duty belt on.
As soon as I get off, I take that shit off. Yeah. I'm tired of being in it.
I hate driving from Topgolf to my house with this shit on.
The officer took Jones to his patrol vehicle while he finished off the search, and Jones would take this opportunity to further prove how delusional he really is.
Why don't we go have a seat in my Tahoe? I'll have a seat in my Tahoe.
Chad, what's a Tahoe?
No, back seat.
Asking whether he can sit in the front seat seems to prove that he fully believes these cops are nothing but his friends and co-workers, backed up by the fact that he's wearing a thin blue line hoodie, a sort of cop pride symbol that shows how connected Jones feels to his position in law enforcement. But then the officers ask to talk to his supervisor, something that would easily confirm whether or not Jones is who he says he is. But it doesn't go quite as expected.
Where'd you get the vest carrier from? Did you order it online?
No.
From a friend, or
I didn't get it off.
bought it at a store?
It's a police store over there in Knoxville, Tennessee.
Oh, okay.
You can only be law enforcement to get it. I bought it like 4 months ago. You can take all this stuff from me and keep me out of jail.
Okay.
I mean, I don't care. I mean, I bought all this stuff. None of that stuff was given to the county.
Give me your phone back.
Bro, it's the brand of the car. Chad, I thought you were saying get in my Tahoe means get into my car, whatever car it is. It's a brand?
Like I said, I'm not going to see DPS.
All right. Cool.
Oh.
423-494. Yes, this is Deputy Mike Hansen with the Oklahoma County Sheriff's Office. I'm
Model.
an individual saying he works for Campbell County Sheriff's Office by the name of Jackson Jones. You'll give me a call back, 405-869. So it went to a voicemail. So that's like not an official work number.
The number that Jones gave was fake, or at least not belonging to an official police department. Jones was either hoping that they'd give him the benefit of the doubt when it hit voicemail, or that he could convince someone to call them back and pretend to be his supervisor. Either way, it didn't work, and the final nail in the coffin was when the witness he pulled over turned up to the scene and completely exposed his story.
He was dressed like a cop. They had sheriff written on the side right here. He was sitting in a driveway, and I started about 10 minutes of staring at him, and I'm like, who the heck is this guy? It's kind of odd. He's in our neighbor's driveway. He gets out, and I said, can I help you, sir? He's like, well, I was wondering, what was your problem? You were staring at me over in the driveway. And I said, yeah, I was kind of curious who you was. I lived down the road. I was kind of see what's going on. He goes, I'm a undercover cop for Wellston. Well, I got a call. I got to let you go. And then he left. And then when he left, he came towards
undercover cop
Turnpike Bridge.
Wearing full gear?
And was trying to pull another car. He started flashing his lights at him.
Really?
And I didn't know
Undercover cop, and he has the fucking he has a sheriff's stamp in the front. What?
if they pulled over or not. But
What cover is that?
lights, like he was trying to pull him over.
Not only did the witness attest that Jones seemed to be unlawfully pulling over anybody that came into view, but he also told the officer that Jones claimed to be an officer out of Wellston, a town in Oklahoma, a far cry from Knoxville where he told the cops he worked. As far as the officers were concerned, that was reason enough to bring him in, and they immediately went back to the control vehicle to arrest him.
Yeah, I already know I'm going to jail.
Alright. Turn around and face the other way. Put your hands behind your back. You're under arrest for impersonating law enforcement, alright? And then you also have a charge for transporting an open container.
The penalty for impersonating a police officer is between 1 and 3 years jail time, and he'll likely be facing a small fine from the open container charge as well. But most importantly, Jones is now off the street. The only reason someone like him would ever impersonate a police officer is simply because they enjoy the position of power and authority it gives them. If someone is willing to lie in such a brazen way to obtain that power, who knows what they're willing to do with that power. And that was exactly the problem police found with Daniel Nelson. Police found him next to a fully outfitted vehicle that heavily resembled a cop car, complete with lights and emblems claiming that it was in fact a local police vehicle. Nelson claims that he patrols as a police officer for a church, helping out homeless people by checking on them and ensuring they're not in danger. But the cops felt as though something was off.
Then I walked
This guy's he gave me his card, but see if you can try to grab a VIN on it for me while I'm talking to him. He works for a church. There's no plate on it. I just noticed. I noticed before, after you talked to me, that there was no plate on it, but he's got a dog in there. Just be aware.
if y'all here, something happened.
Oh, I'm
That's
here
what
on
I
a
said.
separate entity. I'm not a part of that.
Oh, but something happened because you say it's a dude.
Yeah, I'm here for something else, but
Yeah, but I'm just saying.
they're their own.
Nelson says that he was called out to look for a homeless person that was possibly in crisis. But after talking to the guy, he decides that everything's fine and heads out. But before he goes, the cop asks for his date of birth, claiming they just want his information to take down for their list of local officers, not from the official police department. In reality, though, the cops used his name and date of birth to run his information and find his address so they could investigate further the next day.
Yeah. Hang over here. I'm gonna check. I could hear him in there talking to his dogs.
Wait a minute.
Despite the fact that nobody answered the door, the fake police car was outside the house, the dogs were home, and they could hear him inside talking to the dogs. Above all that, it was 6 in the morning. The cops were almost 100% certain Nelson was inside, but refused to answer to the cops. However, the police definitely didn't expect what happened next. Later that day, Nelson turned himself in at the police station.
You decide to answer questions now without a lawyer present. You have the right to stop the questioning and remain silent at any time you wish, and the right to ask for it, have a lawyer at any time you wish, including during the questioning. Do you understand each of these rights?
No. Say yes. Yes.
What followed was a 20-minute interrogation where Nelson seemed completely delusional. At no point did he ever seem to accept that what he was doing was against the law, and whenever he was met with an issue, he responded by saying he was a man of God and working in his name.
Never once in 10 years have I associated myself with being a police officer. It's never changed. Never.
53 months.
I'm lying. Our witness says you did it at least twice.
Twice.
You identified yourself as a police officer twice. while you were talking to him. He said you identified yourself, and that's the only reason he stopped to speak with you.
So at this point,
He said he felt it was odd that you would stop him while walking.
it's 3 o'clock in the morning.
Right, well, why would you stop to talk to somebody at 3 in the
Because he
morning?
matched the description of somebody I was meeting. Backpack, same everything I told you.
Yeah, you told me it was a white subject that was your...
See that with his hoodie on. I've never once in my entire
Chat,
career
I
doing
love
this
the
for a
route.
decade,
Can we get some yours in
devoted
chat,
to God,
please?
have ever made that statement.
Okay.
This is the story Nelson maintained throughout the entire interrogation, that he's worked for God and the church, and he's just there to help people. But obviously, with the witness statement and patrol vehicle rigged with sirens and lights, the police weren't believing a word. But that raises a different question. If Nelson wasn't out there trying to protect these people at 3 a.m., what was he doing talking to them? It's probably for the best that he'll be spending at least a year behind bars in the Wisconsin State Prison. These last two suspects have been so caught up in their fantasies that they impersonated officers with absolutely no prior experience as one. But the case is different for Jaredson Mackey, a man that had been fired from the force but took matters into his own hands.
Hey, partner. Hi. Hey, I'm Officer Park with the Akron Police Department.
How are you?
The only reason why I'm pulling you over, I guess y'all were, well, that's my chief of police right there. He saw y'all go around traffic. He was trying to figure out who y'all were with or what was going on.
The cops had seen Mackey flash his lights and go around traffic, something that real cops aren't allowed to do, let alone those in suspicious-looking vehicles that aren't even registered with the police force.
Yeah, I'm off-duty hero operator.
Oh, off-duty hero operator?
How you doing, Chief? Hey. I'm off-duty operator. I just working off regular detail. That's my ID. That's my badge.
Why is the car registered to an individual?
That's mine. This is my company.
So what are you doing with all these red lights?
Sorry?
Why all these emergency lights? And did I see you using emergency lights to pull out into traffic on Lake Eckworth Drive?
Oh, no, because I couldn't get through, Chief. You notice? That's a standstill. So I flashed the lights for people to see me that I was trying to get in the line.
Who do you work for?
This is my company. I'm an off-duty hero operator. This is my company.
So you look like me, you're impersonating a police officer.
Oh, no, sir. I'm not impersonating, sir.
Mackey claims that he's an off-duty hero, or highway emergency response operator, whose job is to clear the roads and ensure normal traffic flow is restored around accidents. However, his vehicle should be registered to the Georgia Department of Transportation instead of himself, so red flags are immediately raised to the police chief, especially when he hears that he was weaving through traffic while off duty.
ID on you?
Yes, sir. We look in the front. We look in the front.
I see red lights. I saw red lights when you pulled out.
Yeah, that's sir. That's when it activated to the back.
Yeah. Where's your ID?
Right, yes, Chief.
Yeah, I'm going to kick in a minute, though, Baba.
Do you have a lighting permit for the vehicle?
Yeah, right there on the glass.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Be right back with you, okay? There's your ID back.
Thank you.
Look, given with all the lighting permit and stuff that I'm seeing, I'm just going to assume everything's properly permitted and stuff for the vehicle.
It is, sir.
That said, with what my chief's observation, the use of those are for strictly business purposes. You can't be using it to pull into traffic, okay?
Yes, sir.
So I am going to issue a citation.
Chat. Here's the game plan. Chat. We'll finish the video. Go to kick at night. I'll probably hang out. Maybe finish Raw yet, but I want to put some tech in and some other shit.
Hi, smile.
Oh shit. After that, we're gonna chill. Whenever it's like 11 in the morning or whatever, I'll probably go back to Twitch and do another stream over there, and then at night do another kick stream and then go to bed. This will be a long day. It's gonna be a long day.
For unlawful operation for emergency vehicle, okay?
I want to verify your employment. And
I'm not capping.
To be honest with you, see what you're doing. I know, Chief. I don't feel good.
Chief,
I'm not capping.
Chief, I can show you my LLC. I can show you my LLC right now.
I'll let them handle it.
Mackey was given a citation for unlawful operation of an emergency vehicle and let go for the time being. But when the officers returned back to the station and contacted the GDOT, they discovered that Mackey was a hero operator, but had been terminated from them in January 6 months earlier. He had kept his badge and permits and knew exactly what to say to the officers for them to believe that he was well within his rights to operate his vehicle. But luckily, these cops were too smart to get caught out, and Mackey was arrested for impersonating a police officer 2 days later. If you enjoy true crime videos like this, make sure you're subscribed to see more.
Interesting. I feel like before they said much, there was a way out of like most of their like initial things that they just like their ego like kicks in and it's like they try to play their story like crazy hard and it ends up playing against them, which is really odd. I mean, no. It seemed like some of the guys earlier, if they didn't talk to the police and they didn't say shit, they could have possibly wiggled away out of the fucking charges, no? Okay. Okay. You say no. Okay. Anything I say, you say it says you and it says no. Okay. Okay. Here's this then. Fucking bitch ass. Here's this then. Here's what you get then. Fucking pussy. You fucking shit all the time for no reason. My opinions are crazy good. I have good takes. I have a head on my shoulders. I'm smart as fuck.
Yo, this is X on the beat, yo. Okay.
My voice as well.
That S. Anyone knows that boy? I don't know, he's just so soy. Anyone knows that boy? I don't know, he's just so soy.